What's going on, everybody? What's up? Hang on just 1 second for me.
For keepsake, in the field with the cleat lace, beat foot with the bare face and a slick tongue, that's what she say. She look good, she a big tease when she bite lip with the wink face. Hella bad when she throwing it back, she bring that my way for the team play. For Pete's sake, I'm above average, I padded my stats, I gotta matter what he say. I'm the 2010 young LeBron James off the backboard, type of bad boy. Hold it down for the task force, if I run his fade, then you ask for it. Niggas cross need to laugh more, I keep it 100 on dashboard. The live show needed passport, cause the beat bounced to the cap torn. Feel like I live it, fast forward, but I asked for it. Misfit got a quick lit on a crash course from the tattered garment to the tabloid. Spoke how I live it into existence. Might be ahead of myself, but the bank account did jump up a couple figures. But like nobody could fuck with us. I'm a flight risk. I play among the stars in the Hollywood Hill. The space station couldn't even get in touch with me. Praise faith that I stuck with it. Wave. No, I really can't complain. Everything is straight. I've been on a wave. Where everything I say turn into the real thing. I tell her on here, cause you know it ain't.
All right, there we go. This was I didn't think it through scheduling it 5 minutes out, so I apologize, but I was not prepared for my own stream. Snuck up on me. But we are just about there. Just flip these earbuds on real quick. There we go. All right, we're good. A few difficulties, but we're good now. How's everybody doing today? Who we got already? What's going on, Skydive? Jason, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Alex, what's up? Sadu, hey. I am having a decent day. I've been really busy today. Smash that thumbs up. Yeah, I appreciate that, guys. We got like 15 in here. Let's see if we can get 1 like per person. Love your tunes. You would love some UK grime music. Interesting. I'll check that out. Cool. So, didn't stream yesterday. One, there was not much going on other than what we had already talked about the day prior. So I didn't really just want to run a stream without having anything new to talk about. I wish we would have had a little more happening before even this stream, but new shirt. You recognized it. Yes, guys, I do have on a new shirt. I'll show you guys in just a second. But that's really what I've been busy with all day. Bought a lot of equipment to get these Dogecoin shirts made. Most of it's going to be here tomorrow. I already have some of it that's letting me do tests, but then I'll have like most of it tomorrow. And then the actual shirts will be here later this week, so I can actually start putting the final products together. So new shirt and haircut. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, I've just been experimenting, messing with Photoshop. Getting a lot better, I'll say that. So, any thoughts on just hodl it? I like that too. let me show you guys. Well, I'll show you in a minute. Anyway, let's talk Dogecoin, shall we? Let's talk Doge. We're looking at Bitcoin. Let's flip it over to the old Doge. See what's going on. So you can see this move did kind of end up playing out. My expectation was our first bounce was going to be at 19. And then we'd have to see what happened next. We had a really strong level of support at 19 cents on the Dogecoin side. And so on the way down, I was, as you can see, we had this box here of the area that it was most likely going to stop in. It was already drawn. And sure enough, right at the bottom, that's exactly where it stopped. So that's pretty crazy. We were right on with that prediction. And then I figured we'd have a bounce back up, and then we'd have to see what would happen next. I said it would either be a bounce back up to the 200 EMA line, which was right at around 21 and 22 cents, depending on which time frame you looked at. And then it would come back down. Or we could see, you know, just a small bounce here where it would come back and then dump even further. Or we could see a bounce here, a pullback, and then take off. So what we got wasn't the worst of all of those scenarios. So we got the pullback, the bounce. It did test here, but it didn't come back and fall through and make a lower low immediately. What we got was more of a bullish reaction off of that 20 cent support line where it took off, hit the 200 EMA, started holding there, did a little pullback to this line here, the 21 cent level. And now it's trying to decide what to do next. So on Dogecoin, we're kind of at a moment here where we're just kind of deciding what next. What to do next. I'm going to reuse this thumbnail for the third time. I don't have tags. Oh man, the stream's a little scuffed. I really didn't prepare it like I usually do. Hang on. All right. That should bring a couple more people in. I had to fix some stuff. How's everyone feeling, though? How's everyone feeling about the price action? Are you guys in? Are you just sitting on the sidelines right now with no position? I know it's been kind of a roller coaster here. I'll tell you that I still have no position here. What I ended up doing was buying the dip at 19 cents, and then I sold it as we got towards the 200 EMA. I figured there'd be a pullback there, and I just wanted to wait and see what would happen next, but I am not back in yet. I did a quick little 2-cent scalp, but I am not back in. So that's me, but what's everybody else got going on? And by the way, this stream won't be extremely long. I think tomorrow we'll have a good long stream. We'll have some more to talk about on Dogecoin, and then I'll have some more altcoins to talk about as well. But today I've been kind of working on the shirts, so just holding and waiting and waiting and waiting. I like that. Smart. Do I think we'll see low teens? Well, to get a better idea of that, we kind of have to flip it over to the old Bitcoin side. Supreme says in at 25 with 70,000 coins, average down from 30. Oh, nice. Well, that's a good average down, and you've actually got a good average now, so that's awesome. 70,000 coins, that's going to be a lot of money once that goes up. You're in a great spot. I respect that. So, first thing I want to do, high drawings, just look at the price action here. And first glance, I don't particularly like what I see. I don't know if you guys kind of see the same thing. I'll say what's good and what's bad about this. What's good is that we're still relatively, trading sideways here more than anything. We're not really strongly trending down or anything like that. We're holding sideways pretty good. What you'll notice though is if you just use your mouse here and you see how it gives you a horizontal line, just kind of drag that down to where the average trading price was in this area here when we first, because it looks sideways at first glance, right? But then use the horizontal line on your mouse and put it like at the average price you see here that got traded at the most, kind of right in the middle, what you would say is the average. For me, that's somewhere right about like here, right at about 36,000-ish, 36, 37. This range probably between 35 and 37, honestly, but we'll put it right in the middle of that. So if we do that, and now you have that horizontal line at 36,000. So this was like the average trading price here. That was pretty stable. Then you had this massive move up and this dump. And now if you notice what happened to this average trading price as you move along to the right and I'm sorry if this is a little small here. If you move along to the right, you now see that we're on the underside of that average trading price. So when you look at it from that perspective, things don't look so good anymore. And that's what I was saying before, why we needed to flip to the top side of like 35 and 36,000 and start trading up there again. Because back here, when we were, everyone's mentality was a little more bullish. Like they thought, you know, this could right here probably be the actual recovery for good. All before that, we were trading mostly on the top side of that level, and we would just have these little dips down under it, these brief dips, but most of the consolidation would be above it. But after this last fail right here and this major sell-off, we flipped to the bottom side, which showed a lot of negative emotion in the market, because now we're like on the bearish side of the average price. And you can see that as well. The EMA is coming right here to about the same level, 35, 36,000, indicating that that's the average price. But you can also see the EMA came below that average trading line as well. So, I mean, that's just another bearish sign where we can visually see most of the trading was happening. Now the EMA is below that. So though we are overall kind of still trading sideways, if you put like a, you know, if you put a trend channel right here, you can see that overall it's definitely more bearish than anything, and we haven't broken that bearish trend. Despite the fact that we bounced off here and recovered, and we bounced off here and recovered, and we bounced here and recovered, overall there's nothing bullish going on here. Now what I'm going to do, we know these levels are important, but I do memorize them, so it's okay. What I'll do is just delete most of these lines because I want to draw a line. So let's delete. We'll even delete that. We'll delete this. Let's just delete all of this stuff, unclutter our screen. All right, so now we've got this line that I'm going to play with here. If I put this line here at 36,000, so we can visually see how most of the trading was done on the top side of this. And if I put it here, you could really, I mean, it would be even more clear right at 35,000. You can see most of the trading was above 35, little dips under. Now most of the trading's under 35 with little moves up. And strong resistance constantly being the 200 EMA line that's also coming down to here. So there's two scenarios that I think can happen right here pretty easily. And then we'll just have to see which one of those scenarios play out. So usually when the 200 EMA on whatever time frame comes down to meet you and you're near there in price, when that next decision gets made, one of two things will happen. If you're really strong, and let's just say this 200 EMA curls down like this and ends up right at that same level. Now you have a double level of resistance because it's resistance based off the price action, right? That's how you got that line drawn here, because the price action told you that this was a support and now resistance level right there at 35,000. And then let's just say we also have new resistance as well from the 200 EMA line coming right there, which it is on track to do. So now you have two levels of resistance at the same exact price. So usually that indicates on that, unless you're really, really strong, as you come up into there, that you are probably going to fail on an attempt to break through, because this level is twice as strong as a normal level, because there's two levels meeting at the same spot, two indicators. So what's most likely going to happen, we head up to this. If we do hit it, a strong pullback. It's very unlikely that we break through that. Now, on the other side, if for some reason we are strong enough to break through the 200 EMA and that resistance line and get to the top side, now it's providing a like double strength level of support for us. Not only would that show that we're really strong on the move up here and that we might not see another dip because we had enough strength to break through two levels at once, but then it's going to provide two levels of support for us. That's a head and shoulders, so that's definitely not what I wanted to draw there. Let's just fix that one. So then we're most likely going to stay on the top side of it, and we can feel pretty comfortable saying that we've maybe recovered and we won't see dips back down to 30,000, 31,000 again. So we'll know very short term what kind of situation we're in. If we get up to 35,000 and we keep rejecting off of it once or twice and then start heading back down, we'll probably see another dip into teens on Dogecoin, in my opinion. Main reason I say that is because if we ignored this completely, overall, everything else is still bearish. Just like it has been for the last few weeks when I've been saying I thought we were heading to 19 cents over and over. Like, we're going to teens, we're going to teens. We're going to see another market crash. Overall, this still looks the exact same way. And honestly, it looks like it definitely could, you know, end up falling back down to here and making a whole nother dump down to like maybe even near 23,000 here. That's the way things are starting to shape up. So, yeah. Don't forget, guys, smash that like button. We've only got 7 likes today. Let's see if we can get that up. But you can see right here, it looks like after that there could be another dump. So, Alex says holding for the long-term game. Nice. Very nice. Thank you guys for those likes. I appreciate that. Do I think Doge may lose its wind and charm, especially with Final Stand pushing T-King and Upshot and pushing Upcoin? Upshot pushing Upcoin. I don't think Upshot's coin is going to do anything. Upshot's not a big enough YouTuber to mess up the Dogecoin market. And the people that watch him are usually people that are looking for more. They're the more like educated, informed, looking for honest type of information viewers who aren't just going to abandon something they believe in because someone's hyping it or pumping it. Final Stand has more of the meme-ish crowd following that just kind of wants hype and Dogecoin to the moon and positive news, which is a lot of time why he does the whole clickbait thing and always tries to say, guys, like, we're going to skyrocket, we're going to go to the moon. That's his crowd. That's kind of what they want to hear. But that's not the case with Upshot. Upshot's more of like a me-type streamer where he just kind of keeps things honest. So his following is not likely to be, you know what I mean. Yes, he made a coin, but that's not going to change their viewpoint of Upcoin. It's not like he's trying to pump it. He just made his own. In the same way that I could make my own soon, but none of you would probably sell your Dogecoin positions or anything like that. Now, Final Stand, on the other hand, he's got a pretty negative. I mean, there's bound to be some people that are bored with Dogecoin that just decide to give T-King a try, because T-King has been very volatile when Dogecoin is not. And volatility, like I always say, is how traders, if you plan to buy and sell anytime short term, that's how you make your money. You get more buy and sell opportunities, so that's more opportunities to cash out. So maybe, I mean, he's definitely drawn attention to Tiger King coin. So I definitely think that some people that had capital tied up in Dogecoin took some out and went to T-King, without a doubt. It's kind of inevitable, especially with that kind of following that's looking for money-making opportunities, and they'll kind of, you know, whether it's Doge or a meme stock or another meme coin or something like that, they're willing to give it a try. Absolutely. But I don't think even T-King's enough to make Doge fail or anything like that, or prevent it from doing moves that it should do. Doge is much stronger than that. Now, to just address the first part of your question, though, do I think that Doge may lose its wind and charm eventually? Well, we've got to... Now, when it comes to other altcoins that are named after Dogecoin, I think those will absolutely lose their charm, because all they try to do is mimic the success of Dogecoin by playing off the name, the dog shib related name. Once that hype around dogs and shib named coins fades away and people don't care about something that just has shib or Shiba Inu in the name, just like you currently don't care if there was a Husky coin or a Chihuahua coin, like nobody would care. Once that dog breed related hype goes away, a lot of those other coins that are mimicking Doge that have no value, no purpose, but, you know, just copycatting the name and are playing off of that success, those coins will go into the trash can. Now, I'm not saying Shiba Inu will, because that's different. Now they have a DEX, so that whole ecosystem kind of is now developing a purpose. But the other ones that are just, you know, useless, yeah, those will go in the trash can. Now, as far as Dogecoin losing its win and charm specifically, it's not going to have to do with other people getting distracted by things like T-King and other pumps. Those do keep our buying pressure minimized, but we're not going anywhere anyway because Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. So that's not really my concern. But when it comes to long term, the problem is we could get competition. We already have XRP that when it comes to transacting is already pretty competitive with Dogecoin, and in some ways kind of already better. But all you need is another coin of similar stature that has an inviting name and theme, and that could easily put Dogecoin in a compromised position, in my opinion, which is why I've been saying we need the Dogecoin update. We need more widespread adoption. We need to make it known what Dogecoin is to people that don't already know, and we need Bitcoin to recover, and then we need the Elon backing to really propel us and make us continue along this trajectory of upward trending. Because if we wait too long and we don't get the catalyst that we need, and we don't get widespread adoption, and not enough people know what it is, by the time the next coin that technically is equally competitive or even better than Dogecoin comes along with a friendly name, with a friendly logo that everybody, something else that people love, and if it's fundamentally better than Dogecoin, there's no reason for people to switch and for Dogecoin to lose some of its steam. So we're in a good spot. We just need to make sure we stay ahead of the game. Ways that we can do that is by spreading awareness, and that's what on Twitter, if you go follow any of the Dogecoin accounts like Dogecoin Rise, let me see, some of the other big Dogecoin specific accounts, and they have these spaces that they host on Twitter. If you join and listen to the conversations, it's really just everybody trying to figure out, like, how can we expand the Dogecoin community and raise awareness for what Dogecoin is and try and get people to accept it. And, it's almost like a whole movement. So doing that will help give Dogecoin an advantage that won't easily be able to be taken away. But if we don't have everybody knowing what Dogecoin is by the time the competitor sneaks up, then we could be in trouble. So that's always been my concern, and it still is. But short term, I mean, we're going to know when the competition comes. It's not just going to sneak up on us and then Dogecoin's going to tank. We'll know when that moment has come, and you'll have time to transition your funds over. So it's not any reason that I would worry about investing in Doge, but it just makes me worry about the long-term potential because we're moving kind of slow at the moment. Bitcoin's fault, though, so you can kind of blame Elon. Elon gives good, Elon gives bad. Just depends on the day. Captain Hamster says, do you think we should buy now, or will it go down some? There's nothing wrong ever with buying low 20s. So last thing I ever want to do, and don't forget, guys, smash that like button. Let's see if we can get up to 20 likes. I would really appreciate it. There's really no time that it's bad to buy like under 24 cents Dogecoin. I don't care where Dogecoin's going to go next. If you at all believe in Dogecoin, you understand where Dogecoin's going to be when the market recovers, or where it should be, as long as nothing goes terribly wrong. And that's 50 to 60 cents once Bitcoin gets back to where it needs to be, which is near, 45, 50, 55,000. So by buying under 25 cents, that means when we recover on Dogecoin, you're going to have doubled your money at that point. Now, the reason I say under 25 is because once you start getting closer to like 30 cents and then 35 cents, you have to wait for Dogecoin to really get back to normal levels before you really start seeing like a return on your investment. And so those prices I consider to be a little high, because even if you want to 2x your money at that point, if your average is 35 cents, you got to hope we get back to 70 in a reasonable amount of time, which I'm not saying isn't going to happen. I strongly believe it will happen. But the amount of time that's going to take, it could be definitely more months than just getting to 50 cents, for example. So instead of your average being 30, 35, if you can have it like 20, you're going to multiple X your money way faster. And then you can mess around with other altcoins. If your goal is to 2X, like months in advance before, like you can probably sell Doge at 50 cents, mess around with other things, invest in other things and make money there, and then come back a couple months later before Dogecoin would hit 70 cents. But when it comes to actually timing like this moment in time, if you're just trying to buy low and then maybe sell high again, here's a couple things just to look at right here. And that's that we have 3 different levels. And what I'm going to do is delete some of these lines here. We have 3 different levels. This is our new swing, like absolute swing low here at about 19 cents. So let's say just anywhere in between this blue line and right here, this is your dip buy opportunity area now. like just anywhere in here from like 19 to 20 cents, this whole cent. This is your absolute dip low area. Dip low. Where we are right now is about 21 cents, right? Right here, this is 21. We're at about 21 and a half. And we have resistance now right here at about 22 cents. All right, so you see these three levels? Let me zoom out just a little bit further. And now you can see it a little clearer. So by buying here, the thing is you are pretty close to support. So if things start going wrong and you don't like it anymore, like if we just start selling off right here and we dump below the 3 minutes 200 EMA line right here, which is right at 21.4, and you don't like the way it's looking as we go under here, you can always sell and not really lose anything and just wait to see what happens next. If you think it was a little too presumptuous and you don't like it, then you can wait and look for another buy-in opportunity later. You can wait to see what happens next once we get back down here, or you can wait to see what happens next once we get up here, see if we break above it, pull back and hold, and then you can buy back in about 1 cent, 1.5 cents away. Have barely lost anything, but just play it safe. So if you, here's my summarized answer. Overall, this doesn't look great at this moment. Overall, this move could be playing out like this. Actually, I need to delete this indicator. What we could be seeing is this. Let's do this. Okay, we could see something like that. Of course, that would be a little scary, but we've got support lines under us in multiple locations that will give us sell opportunities if you don't feel comfortable at some point with your entry. Right, and we've got quite a few of them here. So if you strongly believe that we are, and obviously I'm not saying it's going to go down to -5 cents. All right, just pretend like the line's not that long. But I kind of need to pause this music. I can't hear myself. We'll unpause it in just a sec. Don't worry. Let's see. Okay. So if it just kind of depends on what you believe, and I will be honest, I have no idea. Okay. At this point, there's really nothing to go off of to tell me what is likely to happen extremely short term right here. All I could predict for you was we were going to bounce off 19 cents, maybe do a small bounce. If it's only small, we probably come right back to 19 and then dump again down further into lower teens. But the other scenario is now playing out that I talked about, where we see the bounce off 19 and it heads to the 200 EMA, which was at about 22 cents. And that's exactly where we went up to. And now we're on the pullback after that. So there's multiple scenarios now at this point that could play out. And we are at support. As you can see, these candles right here, we hit this support level at 21 cents. You got the red candle, the reversal doji, now the green candle forming. If you want to take a little chance, you can absolutely buy here, make a stop loss like, I don't know, right here. Let's just say exactly 1 cent under at 20.50. And just say if it goes down to 20.50 right here, I'll probably just sell. This will be my stop loss line. You could buy right here, have a stop loss here, and just wait to see what happens next. Because we could either just fail and mess around here and then go up, or we could mess around here and then dump further, or we could mess around here and then go up and continue. So there's almost no risk if you just play it right at buying here if you want in. But if you still are really bearish, then obviously you could be a little greedier and just not even enter and say, I want to wait it out. But there's nothing wrong with being in at like 20 cents, 20, 21 cents. I don't see a problem with just taking a gamble there. It's not even a gamble. And buying, because you're still near support. So as you can see here, you've got support right here at the 200 EMA as well. And the real thing is, I don't want to tell you guys not to buy at a decent buy opportunity. And let's just say this is the last dip, because there's the other scenario where it just does this. See right here? Does this, moves up, and then starts taking off here. And then what? You know? And then you're not in. So that's why on Dogecoin, I'm always more comfortable being in than out. I just want to make sure I'm not in during an obvious crash. And we already bounced off 19 and we found support at 21. And now we're at 21.5. So there's nothing wrong buying 21.5 and just seeing what happens next. If you don't feel super comfortable with it, you could always just scale in, put 50% in, see what happens. If we get up to like 23, look for a pullback, maybe dump the other half in, and then just see what happens. Yeah, we're just talking about the price. Byron, what's going on? Hey, Rick, how's it going? Yeah, I think so. 19 was definitely a dip buy opportunity once we saw this start reversing. 19 was the dip spot. If you wanted to just take a chance, it clearly stopped there. Anywhere here, 19.20, could have just got in, gave it a try. And now we're at the first pullback after the reversal here, and we're starting to move up. So this is your next buy opportunity here. You see? You could have chanced buying somewhere right here, just gave it a little risk here. Okay, but then next opportunity is on the next pullback, which is here. So this is a fine buying time. You just have to beware. If things start to fail, have your plan for how you leave, how you exit. But this is the next good buying opportunity. After this, it would be if we do this, you know, and then we pull back to here. Then your next buying opportunity is about 23 cents. So I would recommend entertaining the idea of buying now and just waiting to see what happens next. Worst case scenario, you only lose 1 cent. Because if this is kind of the last dip here and we see moves up, you don't want to be, you know, we're at 25, 26, 27 cents now, and you're like, oh, I'm still out. I didn't really think 19 was the bottom. You can't time the bottom. No one can. So if that's your reasoning, it might not work out for you too well. You really can't time the bottom, and if nothing's obvious, then you're really just taking a 50-50 chance of losing a lot of profit by never buying in. That's why, as a trader, you look for good entries. You play things the best, smartest way that you can. Sometimes you'll be right. I mean, sometimes you'll be wrong, but when you're right, it will pay off. Because when you're wrong, you bought in at a good spot, which meant that you could cut it once you realize you were wrong at a good spot, barely lose anything. But on that time that you're right, once you buy in, you get to ride the wave up, and it all pays off. Zaki, what's going on? It's going good, man. It's going good. Thank you for asking. Hey, Magic, how are you doing today? Doing well, thank you. Could we see a double touchdown and then start an uptrend for Doge? Well, I mean, this really could be kind of our thing here. We'll see. We'll see. Do I believe it really, really is? Not necessarily, but I mean, it's been a long time. We've been trending down for a long time. Let's just get this trend line kind of drawn here. As you can see, this trend line we have here, we're getting to a point where if this breaks above, this could start a bullish reversal here. As you can see, this overall trend right here, we're getting now to the corner of it. You can kind of see that we have, if you just look at the two orange lines, we're getting into this little triangle scenario here. We really could see, you know, if we break above like 23 cents here, we could start seeing something going up. By the way, guys, I guess I'll take this brief moment to show you this shirt because somebody asked about it. But I was just messing around, Photoshop. This is actually a new shirt itself. It's an athletic shirt, so it's a little more clingy. Let me just see. How can I show you? Looks like I'm missing a portion of my forehead. There we go. I don't know if you can read it. It says, there I just stuck my channel name up there, youtube.com. youtube.com 2020 Tech Official. Oh, I almost knocked over a cup. It's right there. Then this says hashtag accept Doge. And then in the circle, it has hashtags. Wind Moon, hashtag pay me in Doge, hashtag got Doge, like got milk, hashtag Doge for Tesla, hashtag SHIB token sucks. That one made me happy. And then at the bottom here, cryptocurrency, the future is now. So it's like, it's in a Superman logo too. I got a Superman logo and I trimmed it out and then I stuck this image in it, cropped it to it. So it's like super Doge. Yeah, but I'm most proud of this one. There. Wait, there. SHIB token sucks. Shiba Inu sucks. So that's what I was doing most of today. Looking fire, bro. Got Doge. Yep, super Doge. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Let's see. Then I made another one. This is kind of where this one started from before I cropped it. It's an actual full Dogecoin. So you can see there. Didn't come out clean. There's like white around the edges. I'll have to get my cutting machine. It'll be here tomorrow though. Then that'll no longer be a thing. Yeah, I really don't like SHIB, so I figured I'd throw it on there. So let's see, some more comments. What's up, Bryce? I forgot. No volume for anything. All the paper hands are gone. Hodlers are hodling and whales want in cheaper. Perfect storm. Right, exactly. I think there's a reversal about now. Uptime. Could be. That's what I'm saying. If you missed the 19-cent dip, you should be starting to consider taking some chances. You can't sit out forever. You just can't. You know, if you're looking to make money, you just can't sit out forever, or you're gonna end up, you know, finally deciding to FOMO bite the bullet once we end up at 40 cents, and then either we're gonna reverse at that point and there's gonna be a pullback and you're gonna feel pretty bad, or I mean, we'll make it up to 60 cents and you'll have lost, instead of 3xing your money, you're only gaining like a 40% profit. So, or 50% at that point. So you have to take some chances somewhere. That should have been off the 19-cent dip, off the pullback here to 21, on this consolidation right here, maybe to here. Once you saw it breaking up, you could have tried. Or here at this pullback right here at 21.3 was another opportunity. Once you saw it consolidating and then breaking out. Or, you know, pullbacks here, anywhere in this general area off this flag is another one. If this flag breaks to the top side, then you're going to be getting away from all your support levels, and then I'm not going to be able to recommend that you give it a chance and buy in anymore. So if you're not in, this is kind of your last chance to buy, even if you're wrong, because if it would have been right, there's no more really any good buy opportunities, because now you're up in the air. So, I mean, you can look for other EMAs, but I don't think you're really going to find them. I think most of the EMAs are below us now. Actually, we've got 22 cents flat on the 15-minute, 22-minute, 30-minute. Yeah. So 22 cents and then 24. Those would be the next potential buy-in spots on a pullback. So you'd have to wait till it went all the way up here, did a pullback here, or if you missed that one, you'd have to wait for like 23 or 24 cents, which is really far away. So that's all I'm saying. Now, I'm not saying this is going to go up or go up either. I'm just saying if you're looking for buy opportunities, you gotta buy at the most, just the best spots that you can. Now, it would be nice if you don't buy in here, if it just pulls back and gives you a buy like right at the level, but who knows? Let's see. Just got to my car off work. Nice, chosen one. Hope you had a good day at work. Isn't it crazy how the market manipulates us? Diamond hands, baby. Exactly. Check out his Twitter. I linked a video explaining the fear game. Oh, my Twitter. I'll be back after I'm home. I want to jam out on this Saturday evening drive. I feel that. What's up, Disaster Dave? Hope you're doing good. Skin in the game. Exactly, Josh. Exactly. Upswing started at 11 p.m. UK time. Wind Moon. Us normies are having that, though, right now for Doge. Exactly. 19 cents dip area was a great consolidation area there. Yeah. Ryan, what's up? Do I think Bitcoin grayscale trust situation on July 17th will provide the last dip before Dogecoin shoots to Mars? It really could if everyone's panicking about it. The thing, too, is that don't forget later this month, you know, like the week after that grayscale situation, the week after that, we have Elon Musk talking to some people over at you know, that represent Bitcoin and Bitcoin services. So, if there's any hype around that, I mean, we could see the sell-off that would give us a big dip on July 17th, whether that's back to, you know, 20 here. If we move up, that could be back to here, or maybe just, you know, down to 19, or maybe back down to 16 cents Dogecoin. Who knows? We'll have to see how that plays out. But then some hype around what could happen with Bitcoin, potential market recovery, positive statements from Elon. I mean, that could see us start moving back up. So we could see one more dip, or this could be the last dip. We'll just have to see. And here we're getting some bullish breaking out of this pattern here. I think on a 3-minute, that looks more like a bull flag. A little bit messy. My Twitter. You've bought all over the place. Hodling. Nice, Mary Lee. Humor. I hope Doge goes under 10 cents so I can buy more. Nice. I don't think it will, but I respect that desire. Strongly doubt Doge goes anywhere near 10 cents flat or under. That would be extreme. That would mean Bitcoin would have to be at, like, you know, teens. And that would take a lot. Here we go. Little bullish breakout here. 21st is Tesla earnings call, I've heard. So if they do own Doge, we'll know then. Cool. Good observation. All right, I'll unpause some of the music here. I'm really liking AMP, by the way. Flexa Network AMP. Really liking it. Now, a reason I think you guys should consider as an altcoin investment opportunity, reason I think you should consider investing in AMP coin is because right now it's doing okay, but it is, hang on, I gotta fix that. Whoa. Right now it's doing okay, but that's with it not even having a lot of adoption. It doesn't support a lot of places. So once that blows up and more places are accepting the Flexa app, the thing is the price goes up when people use it. That's the way that they designed it. The more that it's used, the more that the value of each coin will go up. So you can expect the more popular places that start accepting Flex as payment, the more people are going to use it, and then the more that the value of your coin is going to be. And it's only at about 5 cents right now. So just keep that in mind. You can get a lot of AMP right now and just ride that out. So if you're looking to diversify at all, I would definitely consider it, but it's going to be a longer term hold. And obviously it's going to be a little risky. There is some competition in the space. You've got things like BitPay and whatnot, but I really am liking Flexa for the whole decentralized approach and everything. No AMP on Binance? Oh, okay. I actually don't use Binance very much. I do have an account, but I don't really use it. Yes, guys, don't forget to smash that like button. I am going to hang out here a bit, even if there's nothing crazy going on. So, and I actually didn't tweet that I went live, so let me just go ahead and tweet. Why is cryptocurrency.com not working? CoinMarketCap.com. There we go. There we go. See if we get a couple more people. You don't get the notification? I realize my notifications aren't going out for a long time. I think what I need to do is schedule my streams way in advance, and then that way everybody will know. Because my notifications have not been going out on time. I don't know why. Just not available in your country? Oh man, that sucks. Gemini? You hate those guys? Hey Dora, how's it going? I have been very busy. Yesterday was crazy. I wanted to stream. I ended up sleeping for like 12 hours, and I don't do that anymore. I used to when I was a teenager, but after I started having responsibilities and people to take care of, whatnot, and a job, that quickly deteriorated to like 6. So I don't know how or why I slept for 12 hours, but I'll just tell you, yesterday, full day, like worked, briefly left to get food, came back home, started working on like my business stuff related to this channel and my store, and then fell asleep on the couch by accident when I was not planning to. Woke up at like 3 a.m. and I fell asleep way early too. It was like 9 something. Woke up at like 3 a.m. I'm like, felt like I got hit by a truck, got in bed, slept till like 12 noon. So yeah, rough. But there was nothing happening yesterday anyway, so it was all right. I really didn't want to force a stream because we were at a weird spot where things were starting to like recover a little bit, and there was just nothing to talk about. Now there's still not too much to talk about at this moment, but there's a little bit to talk about. But we were kind of doing this thing right here, coming off this, coming back down. I was just like, eh. So I just took the day to work on making some clothing, Dogecoin themed clothing. Same here. I never know when you're going to stream. I just happen to see it when I refresh my homepage. Man, that sucks. The fees are pretty cheap on Gemini Active Trader. They have a wallet you can pay at stores with, and you can. Yeah, I did hear you can stake your Doge on Gemini for 7.4%. So that's not bad. If each country separately regulates cryptocurrency, do you think it'll stunt the cryptocurrency growth? No, I don't think so. I think everybody should expect at this point that there will be some sort of regulation. Governments are not going to let cryptocurrency roam free. They're going to do their best to either regulate it or make it annoying to deal with. Now, if they start making it annoying to deal with, I think that can stunt cryptocurrency growth. Because what they can do is start doing weird stuff with taxes, and that's my concern. So we'll see. Because most exchanges do report your cryptocurrency transactions and earnings from a like crypto specific branch. Like Robinhood, for example, they have like standard Robinhood, and then they have the Robinhood portion that's devoted to cryptocurrency. If they can figure out a way to just focus on your cryptocurrency transactions and earnings and such, and then tax you at a higher rate for those, if they're really mad about the whole thing, I would not put it past them. That could definitely stunt the growth, as people see it as like, now I'm losing money by messing with crypto. And maybe they'll just stop. The casuals will stop messing with it. So we'll see how they play that out. There's a lot of things they can possibly do. Dora, what's up? Says price actions looking FOMO-ish. I wouldn't say this is too FOMO-ish. A buy here wouldn't have been bad, and a buy right close to this level wouldn't have been bad. But you do have to keep in mind we're coming up at this point to the 200 EMA. There'll probably be a pullback at around 22 cents, which is only 0.4 away. We don't know what will happen. And then we've got this descending triangle. The top side of that's right there at about 23 cents as well. So we've got a couple resistances coming up. But if you're sitting out completely and you're not in, I wouldn't think this is a bad spot to buy. But me personally, I would have already been in here or here, here. And here's the same as here. So this is kind of, in my opinion, the last real opportunity to get in if you think we're going to go up. Because what can happen is we break to the top side of that descending triangle and maybe never even come back. You know, we might come back to here and take off, or here. Cryptwork Analytics has some interesting info. I'll check that out. What's up, Adam? How's it going? I'll be honest with you guys, I don't care what the government does. I really don't either, as long as they don't like start charging me money. Crypto in itself is an anti-government tool, so if you're into crypto but fear the government, maybe reconsider your venture into this space. Yeah. I'd say less anti-government, more pro-people. Yeah, which is really similar, really close to the same, but I think it is more pro-people as well. It's like payment for the people, and really, in my opinion, crypto's more so about, you know, not just trying to be detached from the government itself, but trying to be attached from the middleman, like banks that take your money when you have it in your bank account and they do what they want with it, kind of thing. Not that the everyday person even cares about that, as long as when they go to withdraw it, they can take it. But it's about the stuff that, you know, you just don't have control over, that you feel could negatively affect your life or whatever. You know Uncle Sam wants his cut? Absolutely. Members of Congress are buying crypto. Hey, Connecting. Thanks for being really cool. I've enjoyed your streams. Appreciate that. I donated you some Doge from my Dogecoin core wallet. People need to use Doge besides just on Robinhood. Please check. Thank you so much for that donation. I'll check it right now. Really appreciate that. I will say that ever since I went Doge only, donations have definitely dipped. Not that I'm here for that, but it's the whole purpose of it was to help with the transition. No one ever said it was going to be easy, but I appreciate that. Let's see what's going on here. And in the future streams, guys, I will have my wallet just open on another tab. So if you donate, I'll be able to, I'll see it like immediately. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that for the 11 bucks. Thank you for that donation, man. Connecting. Thank you for the 50 Doge donation. I really appreciate that. Awesome. I'll figure out a way to generate notifications too for your crypto donations so that it can pop up on the screen. Travis, have I re-entered yet since I closed my position? So I did re-enter at 19 cents, close to 19, you know, closer to 20, and then I ended up selling it up here near the 200 EMA, which was at about 21. It was really just like a 1.5 cent move. At this point, I'm not back in though, and I don't know if I will be. I've put some of my money. I took some of it out, and some of it's in, not in SHIB, but in it's staked in Shiba Swap, so I can generate bone and whatnot. I just want to see what that's all about. So while Dogecoin's not doing anything, a lot of my capital is just in random places. Some's in AMP, some's in like I said, some's in Shiba Swap. Not for Shiba Inu coin, but for just to provide liquidity and generate rewards. So I'm just testing the waters, but I don't think Doge is going to do anything crazy at this moment, which is why I'm not super anxious to like just be in there at this particular moment. I really want to see Doge. Now I will say that that's risky. If it's somebody else, I'm not really going to recommend doing that. The Shiba Inu Shiba swap test might fail and I might lose money there, but that was just my choice. All right. If I'm recommending plays, it's not going to be that. It would be most likely just be to look for buys anywhere kind of under 25 cents, especially in this general area if you think it's going to recover, or just wait, see what happens next and have your finger on the buy button, because these are all great prices anywhere down here. Generate bone, that's what she said. Oh my. Matt's Market, hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Yes, smash that like button, everybody. Let's see. And I appreciate that, Connecting. Thank you for the kind comment and again for the donation. You find it so strange how everyone talks about taxes in crypto? The whole point of crypto was so that you don't pay taxes. Yeah, but once you end up, I guess if you don't have to cash out for fiat, you avoid that. But the way people are doing it these days, I don't think they really are familiar with like swapping to a stable dollar USD tied stable coin and looking for methods to spin that way, so you don't have to count that stuff like that. Jonathan, what's up? Crypto saved me as I have been. Oh, you've had, man, that sucks, man. Hope you're feeling better. The banks are the most heavily regulated industry there is, but yet the richest people are not going to come to crypto unless they feel protected from scams. And especially recently with the ransomware attacks that have been going around, it's just not a great moment for crypto. Now, longer term, obviously that's not going to matter. There's more and more solutions coming out that are to increase security and stability and everything. But yeah, there's a lot probably of fear in a lot of FUD spreading in the crypto space. See your subs went up. Congrats, bro. Keep grinding. Thank you. Yeah, we just passed 3,100, which I think is awesome. Let's see. They're regulated for common day folk, unregulated and corrupt for everyone with money and power. Yeah. Surely it's within the best interest of banks to wake up and start looking at the future and understand that cryptocurrency isn't going away, so getting ahead of the game would be fantastic. We'll start cashing out. Don't feel rude. If your employer started, man, if they started offering crypto, would I opt in? You know, I want to say yes. But what's going to need to happen for that is people are going to need to feel confident that they can not only that it's going to hold its value, because when you start talking payroll, then you start talking about people's ability to pay their bills. It's not just investing in crypto with your extra money and tying up your extra money in cryptocurrency, but now you're saying I'm going to put all of my funds in the crypto space and I'm going to trust it to that degree that nothing's going to happen to it, that, you know, a transaction's not going to fail and that crypto be lost or gets into the wrong place and there's no recovery, or, you know, all the other things that can possibly go wrong with crypto, that they don't pay me in Doge and then Dogecoin cuts in half when it's rent day. Now, if you're talking like pay me in Bitcoin or pay me in Ethereum, I would say yes. Paying me in Dogecoin, my payroll, I don't know if I'm there quite yet. I'll be honest. As much as I want to be there, when it comes to like keeping my lights on, I don't know if I trust Doge that much. Maybe if I made insane amounts of money and it wasn't anything near a paycheck to paycheck scenario, and if Doge got cut in half, I'd be like, ooh, oh well. But yeah, not there yet. I'd probably take payment for anything except my actual payroll in cryptocurrency, because my payroll is what because I get money from other places too. I do have like side things that I do, like side businesses and whatnot, but my 9 to 5 payroll I count on to pay for my car, for my rent, for my utilities. So I don't know if I'd want that in crypto as of now, but we're getting to a place where I'd feel more comfortable doing that. Now, what would really make it easy, and I'd probably change my mind, with that answer is if those places would accept it directly. I know that sounds a little weird because that doesn't address any of my concerns I just said, but I think at the end of the day, a lot of the problem has to come down to convenience. And by them paying me in cryptocurrency, all it would be doing is creating an extra layer, because then I just take that crypto and have to swap it out for USD and then give them their money. So for that reason, it would just be annoying to get paid in crypto, as cool as it would be. But I think what would have to happen is adoption. People need to start, that I would need to pay. They would need to start accepting crypto. In that case, I'd probably say, yeah, go ahead and payroll me in like Bitcoin or something, or ETH. Javier, thank you so much, man. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Anybody else, if you're new to the stream, just hanging out, these are what the streams are like every day. Sometimes we have a lot more to talk about, and it is extremely informative. Other times, we're just hanging out, talking about Doge and chatting about what's to come next. If you like those kind of streams, 1, click the like button if you're enjoying this, but then 2, also click subscribe so that you can catch the next one. And that really helps me out as well with getting noticed, so I do appreciate that. What I need to do is upgrade the subscriber count, because we're actually, well, hello. We're a bit above that. There we go. We're at 3108 now. As soon as high street retailers adopt crypto, no going back. I agree. Schmicky. Check out what Howard Schultz said recently. Starbucks. Okay. What's up, Preezy? Doge going up or down, Javier says. That is the question. We are really just watching to see. We've got support right here at 21, kind of in these two spaces right here, 21.5 at the 200 EMA line, and then closer to 21 flat right here in this area. So I think we're going to see Dogecoin maybe bounce here, go up, or bounce here and go up. But the thing we're really looking at is to see, do we bearishly come back down and just crash back? I can't really tell you at this moment which one it's going to do. I feel like short term it might go up though, but we'll see. This is an awkward spot, so there's no predictions to be given off TA right here. Trying to debate on taking small profit or holding onto your bag. No financial advice. I don't think I would sell right here. I really don't. I don't see enough reason to sell. I would probably just risk trying to get more profit here rather than cutting it at a small profit, in my opinion. What if Elon died? Diversification, folks. Yeah, if he died or something, Dogecoin would probably tank immediately. Don't you think a lot of places unofficially accept crypto? Yeah, probably. Smaller places, small businesses, most likely. Yeah, the capital gains thing is what gets annoying. The only way you fall under the radar of any authority is if you start making big waves in terms of your spending and lifestyle. You can be rich and happy off crypto by living within a reasonable budget. I'm just kind of reading your conversation. I don't have particularly anything to say there. But Let's check on Bitcoin here. Let's see. Bitcoin is not doing terrible. I mean, over the last 7 days, it's only down 2.7%, which isn't that bad. Ethereum's actually down more, but really, it's down more in both areas, you know, the 24-hour and in the 7-day. What that tells you, you know, it's an altcoin and it's taking the hit harder than Bitcoin. So that tells you there's some fear in the market. It's the easiest gauge. Look at how Bitcoin's doing. See if the altcoins are doing better or worse. If they're doing better off no news, that means that everybody in the market's feeling more bullish. If they're doing worse off no news, it means that there's probably fear. And then just compare that to some of the other altcoins and see if that is true. So then we'd compare to Cardano. Cardano's also doing worse than Bitcoin 7-day and 24-hour. So that's extra confirmation that that's true. Fear in the market. XRP is actually down even more. Dogecoin's down even more. 13% almost 7-day and 2.5% 24-hour. Way worse than Bitcoin, being the market leader, the dad of the children here. So that tells you people aren't feeling so confident right now. Tells you altcoin buyers don't think that was the last dip. If you were looking for a sentiment check, that's your first glance. Polkadot, though, is doing pretty nice. Uniswap's actually up. That's interesting when you consider Shiba Swap is kind of its competition. Litecoin, not doing great. Solano's down pretty substantially. Chainlink's doing fine. Polygon's not doing great. Internet Computer, I don't care, but it is doing bad. Terrible, actually. SHIB is doing pretty bad, which is very funny when you consider they just had their biggest catalyst of all time. AMP is still at a dip here, 5 cents. I'm not kidding when I say AMP is probably going to be top 15 within 6 months. Take what you want from that. All right, but I'm saying market cap, multiple Xing. AMP is definitely going to be something I go into. All they need to do to absolutely skyrocket is accept a couple more locations, and those locations be bigger. There's almost no risk to the retailer, by the way. So I wouldn't just only invest in Doge. Invest in some of the things that are going to help Doge get to where it needs to be. AMP is one of those things. And guys, I am going to wrap this stream up pretty soon. I want to leave some room to finish up. First of all, Dogecoin isn't doing anything, so there's no real reason to stare at the chart at this moment. Kind of want it to play out, see what happens here. That's where we're going to have more to talk about. And of course, I'll be on Twitter to talk about that. So follow me right now, link in the description. Follow me on Twitter. Let's see. If you made it big on crypto, you're moving to Monaco. Nice. There's not that I by any means encourage being dishonest or trying to avoid paying your taxes. A lot of people that I'm familiar with have gotten destroyed by the IRS, but usually it is the ones that make more money. There is actually a report that was done on what is your chance of getting audited by the IRS by income bracket, and if you're making under 6 figures, it is extremely improbable. Not impossible, because I know people personally that have gotten audited, and that's never what you want, but it is unlikely. As long as you don't do like dumb stuff. you know, you don't raise red flags. One of the main things that I heard was not to use just straight up like rounded up numbers, because that's usually not the way that things work. Like, for example, if you just always say like, oh, this was $25, this was $50, this was $100, this was 300, I paid 400 here, and I paid 239 here. Where's or 245 here? Like, where'd all the dollar intervals go? When you actually buy stuff, usually it's not perfectly rounded up to like major numbers like that. Usually it's like 297, or this here was 36.98, so that gets rounded up to 37. So always using multiples of like tens and 50 and hundreds, that raises red flags. It's probably the main thing you can do to not get yourself unnecessarily audited. Don't keep rounding stuff up and pulling numbers out the air. Pro tip. But also, be honest on your taxes. Someone recently bought a diamond for 12 million using crypto. No one knows who. That's crazy. Doge disco in 30 minutes. Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, never round numbers. Honestly, think about the last time you made a transaction, which it was 0 to the nearest dollar. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, and a lot of times when you're filing your taxes, no, I mean, like, I've heard of people around me that got audited. I don't know their actual story. I didn't ask. But with those, like, a lot of times when you're doing your taxes, it'll like say like don't put cents to put the actual dollar amount, but don't say like, so this was 25 and this was 50 and this was 500 and this, like, where'd all the uncommon dollars amounts go? Like, this was $6 or this was 17 or this was, 23. Everyone always rounds things up to the nearest 5 or 10, which is not usually how transactions end up. But yeah, since 2. Avoidance and evasion, right? Earlier in the week, so the buys said it was the most expensive physical object ever publicly offered for purchase with crypto. Wow. $12 million diamond. I don't think I'd ever spend that much on jewel, like a single jewel. Probably not. Not even jewelry, period. I don't even like jewelry that much. All right, so a little reversal setup here. We'll see what happens. Here's something I thought was interesting, and I almost invested in it, but I didn't. And it's called Doge Cash. I was going to give it a try, but it just seemed like going too deep into the altcoin rabbit hole for no reason. Reason I was looking at it was because the market cap was like extremely low. As you can see here, it's 608,000. Imagine if that started catching up. Like, you could 10,000x your investment. But the thing was, like, it just looks a little irrelevant. So, but they have a cool website. This is by no means asking anybody or recommending to invest in this. I did not buy, for the record. But I just want to show you. They had a nice website. Like, I thought this was cool. This is their website. You can check them out. They have a wallet. Actually, I already have it downloaded. Why am I doing this? Doge Cash. You can automatically start like staking and becoming a validator from the program. Features: custom wallets, flawless UI. Doge Cash, governance made easy. Lead the pack, become a node owner. Transparency, community, governance, scarcity. Capped at 21 million coins. Charity, quality. It's nothing special at all, but I was just like, they have a cool wallet thing set up here. Monaco is considered a tax haven because of its tax laws and policies. There are no property taxes. Wow. Rental properties are taxed at 1% of annual rent plus other applicable charges. What happened with T-King? Good question. Oh my. Pump and dump. Classic. Bunch of people FOMO'd in and a bunch of people took their profit. That is wild. Look at that. Wow. Look at that. 4 zeros. Oh man. Here at the high, it was 7, like 00007. Here at 00001. So it cut, man. But the people that got in early, they made like 10x, so that's pretty nice. Looks like it's selling off a bit. Big yikes for sure. All right, guys. I'm going to wrap up stream. It's a little, price action slow. I already knew that, but I missed yesterday because it was slow. I didn't want to miss 2 days. Even if it's slow, we can still talk, which we did, and I think that's great. But, nothing's really going to happen here until this particular move plays out. We got to give this probably a couple hours and see which way Bitcoin's going to drag us. So until then, we need to see, are we going to hit 34,000 and get to the top side of that and start entertaining 35? Or are we not? Or are we going to go down to 33,000 Bitcoin and start falling back down to 32 and lower? If that happens, 32 and lower, we're going back to teens. But that's going to take hours at least to play out, as long as Bitcoin continues moving slow like it always does. Or we have to see if we come up here and then start looking at a potential bullish reversal. But at that point, we got to break above 34, stay above that, and then really hold in this area and get back to normal trading, which is like 35, 36, 37, 38, and getting comfortable up here again like we were before. At this moment, though, it looks like we are going to see a bit of a pullback, but the question is just how big. Looking dumpy. Yeah, this could be some sort of sell-off, but just got to wait and see. Indications do show some signs of bearishness here, but we really just have to wait and see what plays out. So that's my angle right now. I'm going to keep working on some of these clothes. I'll keep you posted. I've kind of got a store made already. I'm just not going to link it till it's done. All right, but later this week, I'll have, like, if you guys want to buy anything that's Dogecoin related apparel, it'll be pretty nice. Really high quality shirts. Spent like 5 days researching what the best ones I could possibly buy are, and those are the ones I ordered. So I'll keep you guys posted. Don't forget, follow me on Twitter if you're not already following me, so you can get updates on what's going on after this stream ends. And that's where you'll find me until tomorrow when I go live again. So if you want updates before tomorrow, if things start going down tonight, link in the description. Go click on that Twitter link and just click follow. And of course, subscribe to the channel so you catch me on the next stream. Thank you guys for hanging out today. Of course, in the Discord group, I'll see you guys in a few minutes, but also I'll catch the rest of you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.